Guys, good morning. It's September 27th, 2024. Welcome to Enfys Tarot. What do you say we get this show on the road today? I am coming to you with a few new things. I've got a few new decks today. I've got these amazing modern Nirvana Oracle cards. They're absolutely stunning. I'm not sure if I want to go with these as a prompt today or the Wisdom of the Elders cards. I'm really actually feeling like the Wisdom of the Elders is what's calling to me. So I think I am going to go with those. Let me put these back. I wanted to show them to you because they're really, really beautiful cards. Come to the great book uh, with, illustrations that match the cards for all of the descriptions. It's got a couple of, it's got at least one spread. So maybe next week we'll play around with that. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I need a little practice with these cards first. But so I'll put those to the side. Let's go with the Wisdom of the Elders deck. And these are new to me also. I haven't actually done a reading with these yet, so we're just going to use these as a prompt. But, while I have you here, look at this deck. Look at how beautiful these cards are. I mean, holy cow. The illustrations here are just absolutely stunning. The colors, I love the colors in these. All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle these up a little bit. They are bigger cards. I can't do like a classic shuffle with these cards. They're just too big. They're stiff, as they should be. They're very hefty. They just need to we need to do sort of a flop here for these cards. But let's see. Man, I just cannot get over how beautiful these cards are. Let me hold one up to this camera too, just to make sure you can really see that. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. All right. Oh, let's go ahead and do one more shuffle. All right. So here's our prompt today. Power totem animal of protection. So first off, before we even pull the Rider-Waite-Smith cards, keep an eye out this weekend for spirit animals. If you end up seeing, random animals that you don't typically see, a fox, a hummingbird, a goldfinch, if a toad ends up at your door, if you see a lot of crow action, make sure you pay attention to those spiders. The grandma spider, usually if she's around, especially around your front door, she's there to protect you for something and send you some wisdom. So keep an eye out for your spirit animals this weekend and do the research, look them up, see if they show up in your dreams as well. Let me leave that card out. So that's what's starting us off here. Protection. And let's see where we're going with this. Let's pull out the Rider-Waite-Smith. Has anyone watching, have you guys ever looked up the story of Pamela Smith, the illustrator for the Rider-Waite-Smith deck? I mean, she was a pretty impressive woman. She really got involved in a lot of things. She was definitely someone you would invite to like a dinner party, get to know her a little bit better. She got probably had some amazing stories because she had quite a life. And yeah, if you have the time and the interest, just, Google her, Pamela Smith, and maybe you'll be struck with some inspiration. So my cards are sticking today, and honestly, I think I'm just going to chalk that right up to the moisture in the air. It's been raining all week because, we're getting the tropical storms from the hurricane up the East Coast, and everything is just very humid. So be patient with me. I gotta give these cards a little extra love and not rush them. They're waterlogged. All right, protection. Okay, right off the bat, if you're thinking about taking any long trips this weekend, be extra careful. Wow, to have the protection card coming out and then immediately followed by Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Chariot in reverse, you definitely want to exercise tremendous caution on the roads this weekend. Be really, really highly aware of guarding yourself and your passengers for any travel at all, whether it's, by bus or train or plane or car. Be extra, extra, extra careful. All right. Let's see. Yeah, this probably is going to go along with these. Let's see. There may be, if you are, I mean, this is the wanderer. If you're planning a trip somewhere, if you're planning on going out this weekend, whether it's alone or with others, usually when the Eight of Cups comes in, it's talking about an independent journey. Um, be warned that you might have some disappointments. This is the defeat card coming in reverse. If you can be extra vigilant, you can probably avoid the disappointment and just the feelings of defeat in here, okay? So listen to your intuition. That's what we're hearing here. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Holy cow. That's exactly what they're saying. Do not be cavalier about any traveling that you do. Be extremely cautious. And if your gut is telling you not to do something, you need to listen to that. That is how you will avoid the defeat. That is how you will avoid a disaster. I mean, I am just blown away by this reading here. It's so powerful and so clear. Guys, the roads are going to be wet. It's going to be raining like crazy all weekend. There's going to be flood warnings everywhere. Don't get in the car and go anywhere that you don't have to go. Maybe this is a good, nice, cozy fall weekend to just like stay at home, do a craft, do some meditating, watch a good movie, cook some food, definitely I'm getting a really loud, clear message that we need to be extra careful, extra cautious, stay close to home if possible. All right. I did not anticipate this was going to be like a weather report, but it's what it is. All right. So now the Knight of Wands coming out. Okay. Let's see what we're talking about here. And I need to pull these cards up a little bit so that you can see what we're working with. There we go. All right. So the Knight of Wands coming out, followed by the Nine of Wands in reverse. I'm wondering if you're going to end up regretting something that you rush into. You got the Two of Cups coming in reverse, followed by the Ace of Swords. You need to be handling things with a great deal of clarity and very clear communication this weekend. I'm getting the sense that if you rush into something, especially in terms of any kind of relationship, you're going to end up having some regrets. So be tactful, be very clear and diplomatic with your conversation this weekend. Uh, this this protection card coming out is really giving us some solid warnings, okay? I mean, and heed them. I hope everyone really heeds these warnings. Stuff happens, and sometimes tarot is here to help us prevent something, you know, prevent a bad thing from happening. So, yeah, don't rush into any big conversations. Don't rush into any new relationships this weekend. I'm thinking that that will be met with a pretty solid degree of regret over maybe the way you speak to someone, or what the relationship turns out to be. Maybe you need to take the time to get to know someone a little better if this is a new person in your life. If this is a person who's been in your life, be very careful with the way you're talking to them. Let's see what's coming out here. Pull these up. So you guys can see what's going on. All right, so something else to understand is that with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, you've got a lot of reversals in this spread. It seems as though there's something that you're not really super clear on in terms of what's going on in the family. Um, you've got the Ten of Pentacles coming in reverse here. There's a misunderstanding. There's potential for you and your family to have a misunderstanding or a disagreement. You're both seeing things from two different angles. The Page of Pentacles coming in here in reverse is suggesting that what you see and what you're focused on may not be what other people are focused on. Okay. So that's the first thing. The other thing that this could indicate is that what you're focused on, your family just doesn't understand why you're focused on it. You know, if you have something of interest, maybe it's a career choice or a hobby, it's some area of new focus in your life. Your family might not be in support of it, and they are probably not really being very encouraging right now. um, Try not to delay a good conversation. Okay. We've got this Ace of Swords coming in here at the end of the second row. I'm thinking that clear communication and clear planning and decision making is going to be crucial this weekend, all right, to avert disaster. So there's this element of like, because things have gone unspoken within your family, it could really result in sort of a disaster, a sort of shakeup, you know, something that everybody's trying to avoid by not talking about the elephant in the room. um, and that's not going to help. That's not going to work for anyone. It's creating an environment of animosity and hostility, and separation. You know, people just being, unable to. There's tension. There's too much tension, and this not talking about whatever it is in a fair and diplomatic way is really increasing the tension. It's pushing people away from each other. It's making the problem worse than it actually needs to be. So make sure this weekend, if there's something going on with you and your family, if you are engaged in some sort of disagreement, make sure you take a few minutes of introspection and you think about your key points, okay? And then get confident in those points and then be willing to accept their opinion. Let's talk about it. Okay, that's what you're being asked here. That's why the Page of Cups is coming in at the end. It's like, okay, you're clearly excited about something. You're not feeling the support that you need from your family, and so that's making you kind of shut off, and you're avoiding them, and you don't want to listen to them, and you're shutting them out, right? When actually what is more important to do right now is to get really clear about your own desires, your own intentions. Make sure you're in a good place with that. Like, come to terms with what you want and feel a sense of confidence over it. Get solid on that. That confidence is going to allow you to open the door to communication and be curious about what your family's input might be. They might have some good advice. They might be thinking about some things that you're not thinking about. They might surprise you by agreeing with you about your plans, and maybe they're just sort of so unsure about what you're doing that they're not, feeling supportive of it yet because they don't have something to feel confident about. There's a lot of love here. I can see that with the Nine of Pentacles and with the Ten of Pentacles. There's a real opportunity for good communication. There's a solid foundation. Don't just don't avoid the conversation any longer. Get solid and be open. Just be open. Just talk about what's going on and really listen, really hold the space. Okay. You might not be able to come to a full agreement with your family right now over this situation, but you want to at least be able to clear the air and create a foundation that you can build on. If you keep avoiding the conversation, it's really just going to result in, kind of a mess. You're just going to dig a deeper hole. So try to avoid that. And the Hierophant coming in here, I would say it's suggesting that given all this information, given the fact that we are starting out with a, a power totem animal of protection, and that is the gist of this conversation, you probably want to lean into the tried and true methods that you know are dependable. Okay. It's probably not a good time to take risks. It's not a good time to get super creative this weekend in terms of problem solving. Don't reinvent the wheel this weekend. If there's a solution that you know works, that is the solution you want to lean into. You can't see the Hierophant. Let me put this up here. Um, yeah, it's really a good time this weekend to stick to what you know, all right, about how things work, and don't try to be too creative. Let me clear these cards out and pull that one more card to see if there's any other message that we need to be receiving today from Spirit. Yeah, take a great degree of care and caution this weekend. Be vigilant and send out some gratitude for your guardian angels because I think they have, their work cut out for them. There's something in the air maybe where, you just have to exercise that extra caution and you probably need a little bit of spiritual protection and guidance. So definitely be listening for them. Look out for the signs and listen to your intuition. Make sure you're protecting yourself and those around you this weekend. It's not a time to be loose or cavalier about anything. Queen of Swords. Yeah. This is sort of an overarching theme too. You have to be thinking clearly. Do not get distracted, especially when you're on the road. Okay. When you're on the road this weekend, don't take chances. If you need to pop in your directions to get to where you're going, do it before you're driving. Do not respond to the text message that comes through. Wait until you're stopped again. Communicate clearly to people. Let them know where you're going and how what your plans are. This is really a good weekend to make sure you are being diligent about your safety and the safety of those around you. I'm real like I feel like Spirit is grabbing me by the shoulders right now and saying, you need to pay attention and you need to get everybody watching today to pay attention. Um, so please do that. So please think clearly, be really present to what's going on. Do not allow yourself to get distracted and communicate what what needs to be communicated. Don't take anything for granted. Don't make any assumptions, okay? Especially in the communication department. Don't assume people know what you're trying to tell them. Make sure it's clear and you get the point across. All right. Boy, that's a lot for a Friday. But it's definitely worth hearing, and we need to get this message in here today. So please be safe, everyone. Please have a great weekend, have a lot of fun, and also be really, really careful, aware of your surroundings, be really safe, and I will see you Monday. All right, thanks for checking in. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.